at the Age Management Medicine Conference here in Tucson, Arizona, and Dr. Plews was one of our speakers in the aesthetics track. So we wanted to ask him, why did he decide to volunteer his time and come and share his obviously vast information?
No, thanks for having me. I really enjoyed the conference. It's really about the people here. This is, I think, the third or fourth time we've come, and just the level of participants is really good here. Everyone seems to have a good technical background, often a deep medical background, and I feel like it's a great conference to really meet a lot of practitioners that are interested in the deeper science and medical aspects of the technologies available here.
And obviously you have one of the hot topics right now because you're talking about all the new technology with the stem cells and the growth factors. Share a little bit of that information with us.
Yeah, so my focus has been on human stem cell research for over 12 years, background in biochemical engineering and bioprocess design, and we've really been able to apply that to the aesthetics field, and it's been very well received here. Unfortunately, there's a lot out there on the market that uses the word stem cell or growth factor, and so we're really trying to differentiate ourselves in this space and help others to understand different types of stem cells, because there's different classes within human stem cells, and also how to differentiate between human stem cells and other products out there that are claiming to be stem cell that are actually like a synthetic product or a plant stem cell product. Really this education component, I think, has really helped everybody, and we also learn a lot by coming.
Right, and I think too that's always the biggest dilemma for the doctor. Obviously he knows he wants a good product because he has to supply that to his patient, but he needs help in being able to differentiate what is he looking for.
Right, so first of all, a lot of the products that are out there say growth factor on them or stem cell. First question I would ask is, does the company selling the product have the lab? Do they own the lab? Are they working with the lab? How close is that relationship? Unfortunately, a lot of products now, they're just buying in some ingredient that may or may not contain any real stem cell derived proteins, growth factors, etc., and they're mixing it in like any other ingredient. As you know, the proteins are very thermolabile. They can be sheared. There's a lot of issues with packaging proteins and getting them to where we want them. So if you don't have that expertise in-house, that can be a problem. The other thing I'm seeing a lot of on the market is growth factor products that are from a recombinant origin, where they've taken a bacterial cell, usually an E. coli, they've genetically modified it to produce something like EGF, VEGF, or some other growth factor that has been reported to be good for the skin. And unfortunately, bacteria do not have an endoplasmic reticulum or Golgi apparatus, which allows the protein processing to mimic what happens in the human cell. And so the quality of the proteins that you get from that process, although they're much, much cheaper to make, which is why these companies use them, they're not as effective. And there's a variety of reasons why getting a human-derived, or at least mammalian cell-derived protein and really purifying it is difficult and expensive, but it's very important for efficacy.
And it seems when you hear that doctors then are very readily available with their information and their expertise, and I think there's a general calm and quiet and helpful nature, which I think whenever one's going from something you feel comfortable in, which is your field of medicine, into the aesthetics world, it's good to have a mentor, it's good to have a friend, and it's good to have somebody to bounce something off. You all seem very congenial then towards each other. Oh
yeah, no, that's the thing here, is there's a lot of different disciplines. It's not all the same. Everyone's coming from a different approach. A lot of newcomers that are just changing their practice over to more of an aesthetics or anti-aging practice, or they're trying to add that on. And these are very smart people. They have a great background in medicine, but they don't have a stem cell background, or they don't understand bioprocessing, or this is a new thing for them and they want a little guidance. And everyone here has been very welcoming, very nice, and everyone shares their experiences, and it's been a great experience. Ultimately, I think I come here to share what I've learned, but we always end up learning things every time the team comes out here as well, from the doctors, different disciplines.
Well, we definitely appreciate you giving us some of your time and sharing with us, and hopefully we'll see you then at the Orlando conference.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.